Hi everyone, we're out here overlooking the dam, beautiful part of the world, and it's actually quite a cock day because we're sipping beers and doing this video. It's a build up to the IMU virtual program, and in today's video we're going to be discussing, crap, I can't even open my beer, soft cans. Going to be discussing IMU virtual program versus the mentorship program, and yeah, this is how we roll. So another crap day, like I've said in it. Cheers. Hi, and now we're live. Going to do the interview with Justin on the.
Are we live now? We weren't live earlier.
No, we weren't live. We're really live now.
Okay.
Otherwise, the other one was delayed transmission. So Justin, what is the difference between the IMU virtual program and the mentorship program? Quickly.
Very quickly. Okay, so I think I've pretty much spoke about some of the points in the last video. The big thing is the difference between the virtual program and the mentorship program. The mentorship program I created where I'm actually sitting one-on-one with you guys. We actually physically get together. We're on the phone all the time, and it's really me very actively involved in terms of sitting over individuals' shoulders and helping them.
Okay.
The virtual program, we've pretty much had to come up with a way where we can deliver this knowledge to the masses, and the whole idea behind the virtual program is that it doesn't involve me putting one-on-one time with individuals. So basically taking the same information from the mentorship program and a lot of the lessons that we've learned in terms of mentoring people,
okay,
and then taking that and sticking it into a virtual format that people can basically access in their own time, at their own pace, as in how they like to do it.
Okay, that sounds simple enough. Now, with the mentorship program that we have going currently,
Yeah.
there's always a talk about the failure rate and how many people have not made it thus far. Just give an explanation on what the failure rate really means, because it's not to say that your program doesn't work.
No, look, I think it's a point that definitely needs to be made. The big difference between the failure rate that people are perceiving and the actual true failure rate. For my mentorship program, I had very strict criteria over people being in the program. Part of the criteria is obviously some kind of business background, etc. But also part of the thing of them staying in the mentorship program was some form of deliverable. Because obviously I'm putting my time and effort in, and I expect people to give something back in return. And what I was expecting, rubbish.
Slow down.
Leave Louis' beer. Come in
Just
a bit,
now, just now.
So, in terms of the failure rate, I think the concept or the perception out there is that people are failing with the program, and that's not entirely true. What's actually happened with the mentorship program? I've said to guys, look, you basically need to do X amount of projects every month. If you don't keep pace and you don't deliver, then basically I'm going to drop you from the program, because as I said, I'm putting in my time with the mentorship group for free.
Yeah.
And I expect them obviously to do the work. So the failure rate as such is actually not a failure rate. It's actually me saying to people, well, listen, you haven't done the required number of projects, you're not keeping pace with the program, you're not keeping pace with the group, so therefore, I have to expel you from the group.
Yeah.
But a lot of those people are still continuing with the program in the virtual sense, just now that they don't have my one-on-one time. Out of the first group, we had 9 people. Currently, we've got 4 people left.
Yeah.
Out of the second group, we had 8 people to start. We've currently got 7 people still in the group.
Okay.
I think the big difference between the first and the second group is that I put a lot stricter criteria on bringing people into the mentorship group, whereas in the first group was first come, first serve.
Okay.
In the second group, I actually went through an application process. We had over 1,000 applications. We brought that down to 8 people that we eventually took onto the mentorship. But as I've said before, the perceived failure rate that I've spoken about on my blog and that, it's actually not a failure rate. Really what it is people who haven't been able to keep pace with the demand of what we've expected to stay part of the mentorship group.
Okay. So now, this mentorship program, is it still open? Like, can someone still come in?
No. We have no intention of opening up the mentorship program at any point in the future. You guys know, and I mean, you know this personally, how much time I have to put into that program to make it work. I mean, I'm literally spending my time one-on-one with individuals as well as a group as a whole. And we get regular get-togethers, and we're always doing stuff together, so it's very time-consuming. and as I said before, it was never my intention to open this information up to the public. So the mentorship program, you guys are in the program. It really, it's you.
So
that's it. There'll never be another opportunity to get in there.
Okay. Just because it's virtual doesn't mean it's less value or less important. Like you're going to be leaving out certain criteria, certain things.
Look, in terms of the virtual program, it's the exact same information. Nothing's changed. It's the exact same format we're delivering it on. There's videos, there's tutorials, there's help guides, there's project schedules that you can keep yourself to. There's a support forum. Everything's the same. The only difference is that basically I'm not going to be involved one-on-one in it.
Okay.
And this is where you coming in.
Yep.
You basically have now started to succeed with the mentorship, and you've pushed for this thing to open it up, and basically you're going to be looking after the members virtually. The only difference is there's no physical one-on-one time from me.
Okay. Just one thing I'd like to make note of that we've discussed amongst ourselves is the first person in the virtual program, if they hit $1,000, has the opportunity to maybe be looked at and incorporated into the mentorship group, provided that they meet certain criteria, obviously, and the mentorship group that's involved at the moment acknowledge that person to come into the group. But that's what we've discussed.
Yeah, I think it's an incentive for the virtual guys to really push hard and to make use of the information. The first person to reach $1,000, we'll put them up for nomination, and we'll see from the current group if they want to accept them into the mentorship group. And if they do, it's one hell of an opportunity, because it will never ever be opened up again.
Yeah. So I'm sure that's sparked a bit of an interest in you now, wanting to know more about this program and what it really is all about. As you've heard, we've got a little incentive as well. So if there's any other questions below the video, go and make a comment, go and ask your questions. But I think we've covered everything in this video. And I think the next video that we're going to be talking about and leading up to is why the IMU method works, and you'll be surprised. Anything else you want to add?
Cheers.
Cheers.